Hi there folks, welcome back to my channel, and for this video I thought it'd be a good idea, as the weather is really nice, to come out and spend some time in a garden that I've visited once before. I really enjoyed it, and I thought I would do a video here to let you all see what's going on. So where I've come to is the Geilston Gardens, which is just on the edge of Cardross, which is in Argyll and Bute. And it's a National Trust for Scotland property, so it was once the estate for Geilston House, but is now in the care of National Trust for Scotland and is open to the public. So it's somewhere that as I have been here before, really enjoyed my visit the last time. So I thought, well, yeah, why not? It's an utterly glorious day, and it's just good to get out and see what's happening with other gardens. So we're just gonna grab my things and head on out. Before I do that, if you enjoy my channel, if you enjoy my videos, if you can click on the subscribe button, click on that notification bell, leave some likes, leave some comments, it's always really appreciated. And yeah, so I'm gonna get my things and head on out. So I'll give you a wee idea of the layout. Yeah, it still has some of the old estate buildings. So I've got a wee weather vane on top of that one. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that's Geilston House down there. Don't think I'll be able to get into it. Of course, I'm taking time to appreciate the flower beds. Yeah, I think that's the Clyde down there. So I'll be looking down towards Renfrewshire on the other side, Renfrewshire and Inverclyde. Yeah, there's no public access to the house itself, but I'll give you at least an idea of the layout of the house. So that's the watercolour of the house there. And down here is a walled garden. You will find with a lot of these old gardens, you will find a lot of rhododendron bushes. Again, rhododendrons were very popular with a lot of the estate houses. I'm not too sure what that plant's called, but the flowers on it are gorgeous. I'm sure a lot of the butterflies and bees love that. I wonder if it's I think that might be a Montgomery pine. It's a type of drought redwood, I think. I have to admit, I'm always kind of jealous when I come to places like this. Well, I do get a lot of inspiration from them, but I would love to have even just a fraction of this land, or a garden that's a fraction of this size. Just the amount of things you could be able to do with it, the amount of things you'd be able to grow. But again, urban living does have its constraints, but coming to places like this certainly do give you some inspiration. Yeah, so if you have maybe like in a small yard and you want to maybe grow an apple tree, there is ways of training the apple tree to grow along the wall, which will still give you the apple tree, still give you the apples, but will take up less space. Yeah, proper Victorian greenhouse. And the wee bits along the front. Yeah, loving the colours. I wonder what tree that is. I don't know if it might be a fig tree. I do love a garden with some artwork. So this bit is just round the back of the house. Yeah, because Geilston Gardens are in Argyll and that is on the west coast of Scotland, that gets the effects from the Gulf Stream. So that is why the west coast of Scotland generally tends to be that wee bit warmer and that wee bit wetter than the east coast. And that is why it's probably easier, I'm not saying it's the easiest thing, but it's that wee bit easier to grow things that are probably a bit more exotic on the west coast. Because you will notice in some places in the west coast of Scotland, you can actually grow palm trees. And that is something that a lot of people who come to visit Scotland find really weird. But if you go somewhere like Largs, you will find palm trees. Okay, they're maybe not as large as the ones in somewhere like Florida, but yeah, still get them here. But that does allow for you to find some really interesting things in West Coast Gardens. Yeah, they do offer you a map when you come here that you can take with you so you can find your way around the different bits of the garden. But I purposely didn't take one so I could just take my time, get a bit lost and try and find my way back. Yeah, it's a bit late in the year now to be seeing some of the plants in flower because I'm actually filming this on the 1st day of September, which is technically the first day of autumn here in Scotland. I'm running enough, it's about 20 degrees today. But even more reason to come out and enjoy the good weather while it lasts. Yeah, I recognise that plant. It's called Gunnera. Not to mistake with gonorrhea, it's called Gunnera. And you will notice that the actual stems, try and get as close as I can, that the stems themselves are barbed. I think that the liquid that comes out of it, like if you break a stem or something, can not be very nice to your skin. So if you do come across this in an old garden or an old estate, yeah, just be careful. It's often gets called giant rhubarb because, again, I'll come round and let you have a good look at it again. Even though it is not rhubarb, it's not related to rhubarb, it does actually kind of look like rhubarb. But just be careful if you do come across this. It's a stunning plant though. Yeah, because I have noticed that they do have quite a few volunteer gardeners here. So they'll be the ones to be tending a lot of the plants and keeping this place as bonny and pretty as it is. So yeah, I've just kind of came out the wall garden. It's actually just up, you can see the wall behind me. Yeah, I think I might actually end up heading back over towards the vegetable garden and seeing what they've got on offer there. Because I think the last time I was here there wasn't really much going on in the vegetable garden. But again, with it now being harvest season, there might be a bit more to see. Yeah, I love it when you get a wee sitting area like this in the garden. Just gives you even more time to just sit back, put your feet up, relax and enjoy your surroundings. Yeah, so the vegetable garden's up along this way. Yeah, so they've made this little bug house, or the Geilston Bothy. It's always good to see people kind of giving some sort of habitat to the beasties. I'm sure this is the vegetable garden in here. Yeah, so they've got a wee orchard over there. Lots of different apple trees on offer. Different vegetables. I think there's going to be more on the other side as well. Yeah, this is definitely something I would love to be able to do. To be able to grow all this fruit and veg. I've obviously got the wee orchard area down there. Got the veg up here. Looks like they've got leeks. Got beans. I'll just show what this is. Some good with celery. Almost got a wee pumpkin patch as well. That'll be coming on quite nicely, especially towards Halloween. You can see some of the pumpkins down there. I think there's some more further in as well. And they do have little wee things kind of dotted around the garden. There's got a wee kind of fake American falcon over there. Just try and keep away like pests and that from like the garden. Trying to scare away some of the other birds. Yeah, they do sell some of the plants and some of the produce that they grow here. So they've got things like kale, courgettes, cucumber, black currants, all that sort of stuff. Obviously I think a lot of it's probably sold out now. And they also sell some of the flowers as well. Well, that's me back from a little wander around the Geilston Gardens, and the place is just as lovely as I remember it being. And it is one of those good places that is just full of inspiration and ideas for those who are maybe wanting to get into gardening, or yeah, maybe been doing gardening for a few years and might want to see what somebody else is doing. And it's one of those places that the volunteers really do the place justice and do a hell of a lot of hard work and put in a hell of a lot of effort to keep this place going. And I do love to see the fact that they still have a vegetable garden, they still have the wee orchard. So yeah, it goes to show it's like, with a wee bit of ground, it's okay, I know this is an old estate, but it's still inspiration for maybe try to do what you can in what little space that you have yourself. And yeah, so hopefully this video will have offered some inspiration for you. Hopefully you will have enjoyed it. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.